Changing scenes without a transition feels abrupt, and larger scenes can cause the game to freeze. Adding a transition like fading in and out, zooming or swiping, makes it smoother and more polished. In this video I'll show you how to create a fade in and fade out transition. If you find this helpful, please subscribe, so let's slide in. So start by opening up Godot, and I have a main menu here and a game scene. When I run my game and when I hit start, it immediately cuts off and enters the other scene. And I want a smooth transition between, so to do that I'm gonna hit the plus button and make a new scene. I'm gonna hit other node and I'm gonna search for canvas and I'm gonna add a canvas layer. Then I'm gonna hit the plus button and add a color rect, and I'm gonna hit the anchor preset and make it full rect. Then I can zoom out a little bit. I can set the color to black. I'm gonna select the canvas layer, hit the plus button and add an animation player. Then I'm gonna hit animation and new. I'm gonna call this fade and hit OK. Then we can set the duration for the animation. I would recommend something below 2 seconds. I'm gonna change it to 0.5. Then we can select the color rect, go to the color. I'm gonna make it transparent. And then we can key this on the frame 0.0. Hit the key, create a reset track. Then we move the cursor to the last frame. For me it's 0.5. Then we can turn it back to black. And then we can hit a key. Now if we play the animation, it will start fading. And this is all we need. I'm gonna call this scene change_scene and save. Then we wanna select the canvas layer and we can add a script. And this we can call change_scene as well. Then I like adding a constant variable for the scene. So this constant variable could be a survivors_game. This constant will be equal to my survivors game scene. So I'm gonna drag in the path inside of the brackets, and this location won't change, so a constant works well. Then we can make a function, and let's call this change_scene. And then in this function we wanna give it a parameter, and we can just call this scene path. The way we were changing scenes before was with getTree.changeScene to file and then the file. The way we can do it now is right clicking on the animation player, and let's make it access as unique. Then we can just drag it into the script and do .play, and then we want to play the fade animation. Then we want to await it to finish, so await the animation player .animation_finished. After we have done that, it's the same as we changed scenes before. Let's copy that, and after we have waited for the animation to finish, we want to change the scene to file, and we want to change to the scene path. And then after we have changed the scene, we can drag in the animation player again and play _backwards, and we can play the fade backwards. This is everything we need for it to work. We now need to be able to call this from other scenes, and to do that you have to make it a global. So go to project settings, then globals, set the path for the scene, so change scene.tscn, it's this one, hit open, and we call this change scene. It's important what you name this, because that's what you will be calling in the script. So hit add. I'm gonna copy this name and I'm gonna close this down. Now through the main menu, I'm gonna go to itscript, and when I press the button, instead of changing the scene with getTree, I'm gonna get changeScene.changeScene, and the scene path will be the constant we made through the script. And the constant we made was survivors game, so I'm gonna copy that and paste that in here, and that's a variable of the change scene. So we do changeScene.survivors game, and that's actually all we have to do. And if when running the game, the color rect is blocking the mouse input, you want to select the color rect and search for mouse, and on the mouse filter set it to ignore. And now when I run the game, it doesn't block my mouse input, and I can hover over the button, and if I press it, it fades in and fades out. And to add more scenes, you can just duplicate this constant, and let's say you want to change back to the main menu after you win. You can just call this main menu and then put in the path for the main menu. So let's do main menu. Thanks for watching, and special thanks to the Ko-fi members for making this video possible. If you want to support my work and have your name be featured in future videos, check out my Ko-fi in the description, and I'll see you in the next one.